Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta held a meeting yesterday with the One Kenya Alliance principals and the ODM leader Raila Odinga in Mombasa State Lodge. And we did a video about that meeting. It is one of the best performing videos on this platform as of now. But after that event, the news started trending online on how the ODM leader Raila Odinga reacted when he was leaving that venue. Remember, Raila was the first person to leave that venue. But before leaving, Raila gave his elbow greeting to President Uhuru Kenyatta. He went ahead to jump Kalonzo Musyoka, who was just next after President Uhuru Kenyatta. Then he go ahead to greet Senator Musyoka Wetangula, and then he goes ahead to greet Senator Wetangula. And then Raila took off that venue. So that. Now, in this video, you can see clear Raila Odinga, after they have finished lining up for photo, he goes ahead to greet President Uhuru Kenyatta. After that, he goes ahead, jump Kalonzo, greet Wetangula, greet Gideon Moi, then he takes his way off. Remember, in the other side, there was Mudavadi and Governor Oparanya. So he did not greet Mudavadi or Oparanya, whom he had come with. But now the big question was that how was it possible for him to jump to jump Kalonzo and go to Wetangula and Gideon, yet Kalonzo was just the next person there. So before Raila leaving, he went ahead to give his elbow greeting to President Uhuru Kenyatta. He jumped Kalonzo Musyoka, who was just next to President Uhuru Kenyatta. Then he proceeded to greet Senator Musyoka Wetangula. Then he goes ahead to greet Senator Gideon Moi. Then he took off from that venue. The next person to leave that venue was President Uhuru Kenyatta, who extended his greeting to Governor Oparanya. He goes to Musalia Mudavadi. Then he greets Senator Musyoka Wetangula and then Gideon Moi. The video that I have, it cuts off before I see the reaction between Uhuru and Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, in my own observation, if I read this body language, it is clear that Raila Odinga left this place when he was not happy. If you check very careful, you will see it is like the deal did not go the way Raila was wishing. The deal might have gone wrong when they were having their discussion. And if there is a man who cannot hide his anger, it's the ODM leader Raila Odinga. If you remember the other time when they were reading a statement, after they had presented their signatures to the IEBC and they were given okay, Gideon Moi read the statement. And if you look at the face of Raila Odinga during that time, Raila was not a happy man. So this was a repetition of what had happened in Nairobi Statehouse, if you remember. And if you look very careful into these other guys, you will see Gideon Moi, Senator Musyoka Wetangula, Kalonzo Musyoka and Mudavadi, and even Oparanya have no problem. At least they have a smiling face. But Raila Odinga is silent there, and if you check at him very careful, the gesture is very clear. He was sensing, he was sending a clear indication that he was not happy. And I have seen some people trying to misguide the public, saying that it is Kalonzo who was not happy in that venue. But put it this way, if it was Kalonzo who was not happy in that event, then we expected that Kalonzo was the real person who was supposed to avoid the greetings from some of these individuals. But the real issue here is that Raila Odinga is the one who is very selective on whom he is greeting when he's leaving that venue. Even he forget to greet Governor Oparanya, whom he had come with in that event. So it is clear Raila is the one who is selective, whom is greeting and whom is not greeting. So that tells you that it is Raila Odinga who was affected negatively in that event. That's why he's selecting to leave Kalonzo, because he might not, maybe he was not happy on how they argued with Kalonzo or how they disagreed with Kalonzo, and to some extent even Musalia Mudavadi. Because if it is Kalonzo, then we were expecting Raila to extend his greeting to Kalonzo, then we see Kalonzo refusing to receive the greetings. But here it is Raila avoiding to greet Kalonzo. Raila is not a happy man when they were leaving that event, in my own view. And if you remember, Raila and Kalonzo went to an extent of exchanging bitterly in public sometimes back. Kalonzo was somewhere in an interview, and when he was asked if he can back Raila, Kalonzo came out openly to say that he has already backed Raila twice as his running mate. He cannot do it at that time without reciprocate. So Kalonzo made it clear, though Kalonzo was right to say that. But one funny thing was, when Raila Odinga went ahead to bash Kalonzo Musyoka for that statement, Raila was somewhere in Mombasa in a meeting, and Raila went ahead to say that Kalonzo anabweka akisema ya kwamba Raila amemuuliza usaidizi wake. So Raila posed a question to the public, mimi nimemuuliza usaidizi wake. So using the word like kubweka, definitely I think Raila went overboard. So these guys have been exchanging bitterly from that time. So it was expected that it could not be just rosy during this meeting. So you know, when someone tells you that you are backing, simply he is referring to you as a dog. So in my view, I felt, and anyone can see that Raila in simple terms was referring to Kalonzo as a dog who is just backing for nothing. So these exchanges have been there, and Kalonzo has made his mind that he's going to go all the way to the ballot to remove the shame that he might be going through, even through this bitter exchange. And again, if you remember, when Kalonzo was somewhere in a press briefing, he went ahead to complain about how the ODM Secretary General Edwin Sifuna has been treating them, and he has been so much abusive in his selective of abusive word towards them. So even it is true, Edwin Sifuna has been there outside bashing these leaders. But Kalonzo believed that it is only Raila Odinga who could respond to him, but not instruct Edwin Sifuna to respond to him in that level of arrogance or to any of these NASA principles. So Kalonzo felt that Raila Odinga mistreated them by instructing young boys in ODM to insult him. So having that in mind, these are some of the reasons that make Kalonzo not to agree with Raila Odinga to go into another deal where he can play the second fiddle to Raila Odinga. So all these things being played there, I think these are the questions even these guys might have asked in that meeting. And with that reason, even Kalonzo asking that I have helped you 3 times as your running mate, so it is your turn to return a favor. And again, these guys might have resurrected the memorandum of understanding that they had in NASA coalition, telling Raila Odinga, remember you agreed that we back you, and after that you have to back one of us. So that's why you see these leaders wameweka mguu chini, they are not moving. They have decided it's either Raila to support them, or if not, then let them run on their own. And they believe doing so, they can earn respect rather than getting insulted by some boys in ODM party through the instruction of the party leader. So having all these things playing, I think these are the issues that made Raila Odinga to feel very bad and to leave that meeting when he's not happy. He left so much angry. So someone like Gideon Moi might not have that much problem with Raila Odinga. Senator Masika Wetangula say that it is going to be messy and noisy, and there will be casualties. And he still stands with that. He still remember how he was ejected from the leader of minority in the Senate. So all these things, when they put together, Raila found himself under pressure. That's why we can see this thing going that way. But we still understand these leaders can retreat, go and rethink, then again meet another time to see if they can strike a deal. But these guys are pushing for the ODM leader either to support, or if not, then they either run all of them. And that's why you see when some people tell Musalia Mudavadi, for him to earn respect from ODM or from any other individual is for the ANC leader to go all the way to the ballot, whether he'll get someone to back him or not. Then let him have his number. If indeed he's going to get the 5,000 vote, like the same way, 500,000 vote, like the same way he got in the 2013 election, then let him get. Then they know he don't have capacity. And if he can increase that number to maybe say like, let's say like 1 million or 2 million, then from there he can earn that respect. That's why you see these things playing in that manner. I don't know what you think about that. You can also tell me in your own view. Read into that body language and please drop your comment to tell me what you think about that. Thank you so much. May good God bless you and see you in our next video.